Yo, what's popping? People, your boy Snacks is back in the building with another banger. You know how we do. Before we get started, we got to give a shout out to you, the viewer, for taking the time out to watch this video. But while you're here, do us a solid, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to turn your post notification bell on so you'll know we go live and drop this heat. And there's been a lot of Shadeur Sanders talk again this week, being that it's only Wednesday. And the talk is heating up, but we're going to talk about it. But first, we don't do a video without going and shouting out our beautiful ladies of the CU Aunties. So when you see a CU Auntie in the chat or in the comment section, make sure you do yourself a solid. Do yourself a solid. You. And say what's up to the beautiful ladies of the CU Aunties and make sure you give them the utmost respect, because we hate to have to find you in these internet streets. And when you find you, we going to act up. So you don't want that. Big shout out to the CU Aunties. And y'all know Shedeur Sanders is always a hot topic. He's always fodder for the unforgivable, for the boring people, for those who are trying to keep their timeline relevant. But for us, Shedeur Sanders is football. Shedeur Sanders is that guy who was completely done wrong by the NFL. It wasn't warranted. They made it personal. And yet and still, only thing we asking you to do is give him his shot. Because we know once he gets his shot, he gonna light it up. But let's talk about it. Shedeur Sanders is that guy that is always spoken upon in all football circles, no matter the time, no matter the day. Shedeur Sanders is one of those people we talking about. And now the question is, when does he get his shot? Which game will it be? But Dillon is first. We know that Dillon is first. And we want little Dillon to get his shot. We want little Dillon to go out there and light that thing up. Do the best he can. We want Dillon to have a fair shot to earn the starting quarterback position. Just like we want Shedeur Sanders to have the same opportunity. Because we know which is which and who is better. And no one has been able to tell you why the Cleveland Browns drafted Dillon Gabriel in front of Shedeur Sanders. Nobody's been able to explain why the Cleveland Browns wanted Dillon Gabriel more than they wanted Shedeur Sanders. But yet and still, here we are. Dillon Gabriel was drafted in the 3rd round. Shedeur Sanders was drafted in the 5th round. And over there on ESPN, Mike Greenberg, Lil Greeny is what they call him. He want to know. Y'all drafted him, but I have yet to find an NFL analyst to tell me that Dillon Gabriel is better than Shedeur Sanders.
I'm a believer in Shedeur. Again, I am not an analyst, so I'm not sitting here telling you that my expertise tells me he's going to be a good player. I'm saying there is not one draft analyst, not one, who said this guy can't play at all.
Yeah,
not one.
Right.
So
right. Yeah.
The idea that all of a sudden we've decided he can't play, there's not one who has him rated behind Dillon Gabriel. Not one. No. I prepare for the draft. I start studying these guys the week after the college football championship game. I did nothing but look at quarterbacks and all the rest of the guys. There is not one person, go back and find me, one draft analyst who had Dillon Gabriel rated ahead of Shedeur Sanders. So I personally am confounded, and the things that people are saying that Dillon Gabriel does well, processing and all that stuff, are exactly the things people were telling me that Shedeur did well.
Oh, boy. Find me one. And he worked for ESPN. That's his job to report on all of this stuff. And yet still, we can't find one. And we still trying to figure out why Dillon Gabriel was ahead of Shadeur Sanders. But they keep saying it's not a conspiracy. The NFL did nothing wrong. Only thing we saying is it's football season. Joe Flacco look like crap. Time to go to Dillon Gabriel. Unless you're going to let Joe Flacco stay out there and get mauled like he's a baby doggone seal up against a doggone polar bear. Because that's what's going to happen. Put little Dillon out there. Let's see what he got. But our guy, Stephen A, think he's not our guy because Stephen A sometime. You got to watch him. You got to watch Stephen A, dog. You really got to watch Stephen A. But Stephen A seems to think Shedeur Sanders is going to start. And it won't be long.
I disagree. I think we're going to see him earlier than expected because I think the offense is awful. And I think that when you have your defense that's out there playing the way that they've played in 2 of the 3 weeks that they've played, showing you how elite they can be, then you can't continue to go week to week being as anemic and impotent offensively as the Joe Flacco-led offense has been. Eventually, obviously, you're going to put Dillon Gabriel in there. He's a bit undersized, even though he's skilled. He's a bit undersized, and I think that will be exposed come on NFL Sunday. And at some point in time, the fans there are going to clamor to see Shedeur Sanders, and I think that's going to be sooner than later. I think you're going to see it happen earlier, but by default, it's because their offense is significantly more god-awful than we suspected.
Like I said, put Lil Dillon out there so we can see what you're going to do. Because we already know what Shedeur going to do. We already know he going to be a beast out there with it. But we need to see what Lil Dillon going to do. But meanwhile, Shedeur is just doing what Shedeur does. You know, visiting sick kids and being a part of the community. Just doing his doggone thing. But all we know is it's game time. Week 4, we're going to Detroit. Dillon Gabriel should be the starter this weekend. But we'll see if Joe Flacco can make it past halftime. Somehow I doubt it. And then once he don't, Lil Gabriel time. Little Dollar General gonna step his own self up in the game, and we gonna see what he can do. Because at that point, it's on him. If you stay ready, you ain't never got to get ready. And Coach Prime is always telling y'all, stay ready. Because Shedeur knows his time is coming up. And we're going to talk about all these people who have a problem with him picking the Cleveland Browns over the Baltimore Ravens and the Philadelphia Eagles here in a video or so. Because I'm just sick of all the noise. Everybody's trying to make a decision in this man's life. He made his decision. It was his to make. You might not like it, but you can't tell him he made the wrong decision. But anyway, we're going to get out of here, man. We appreciate you guys for watching, taking the time out to do what y'all do. Make sure you do us a solid and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn your post notification bell on so you'll know when we going live or dropping this heat. You know what I'm saying? Do that for your boy, and we appreciate all of you. We're going to get out of here, man. Y'all have a wonderful day. I'm going to holler at you. Peace out.